Hello and welcome to Racers Now. It's the Monday night chat with SD as he's back from holiday. He's back from Cork where he went on a nice little romantic break, but he is back with a vengeance this weekend with a big weekend. Haydock, Grade 1 action, the first one of the jump season in the UK, plus some Ascot, a couple of special guests to come. SD has even got his jacket on for the occasion. How are you?
Well, it's just a little cold, isn't it? I'll tell you something. Isn't Ireland bloody expensive? I took the missus. I've done £1,000. I've just worked it out. I've done £1,000.
Oh,
Terrible.
well, yeah, but you had about 25 pints.
Well, yeah, I have to say, isn't the Beamish good? Honestly. I even searched where in the UK has Beamish, and apparently there's a bar in Liverpool.
Oh, well, you'll have to take yourself there. Is it? So this is
Or
what?
we could go on our
Stout?
Christmas do.
Would you call it stout? Is that the right thing to call it, or is that wrong?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at something.
What?
Sorry, I've been texting the general manager at Sandown because I'm doing something for Tingle Creek there, and she's just texted me saying, "Can you sing? We need a celebrity to do the carol singing." Oh, Sarah, I can't sing, love.
Hey, maybe with 10 pints of Beamish in you can.
Well, yes. Give me 10 pints of Beamish.
Right,
What's
what did you make?
166? Is that a typo?
That's the YouTube tips, SD. Clarity, as always, here on Racers Now. We show the results every week. The daily tips. Someone was moaning in the daily tips today. SD put up 3 winners. 3 winners on Friday. And on Monday, they're moaning that he's not had a winner on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, it's outrageous.
And your microphone is shit.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry.
It keeps fading. It keeps fading in and out. You're not sort of Lynn Bowles on the traffic patrol. Anyway,
any, highlights from the weekend racing.
Your mic, honestly, it's awful.
I'm trying my best. Weekend racing.
Honestly, you've got all this technology, and I'm just sat here with a mobile phone, and look at you.
Yeah. Well,
any highlights from the weekend racing? You know, I have to say, I think that Cheltenham Cup will be better in 2 days rather than 3, because there's a lot of rubbish, isn't there?
I know, but there's a theme, SD. We talk about it all the time. You could say that about all sorts of meetings, from everything from the Guineas meeting to the St. Ledger to.
No, I know, but maybe with these meetings, less certainly is more. I mean, that horse in Ireland yesterday was pretty impressive. Oh, great! We can see a crotch. Isn't this a great feature of Races Now?
No problem. Yeah, new feature on a Monday. The race yesterday. From yesterday.
Well, I was talking about that one at Navan yesterday, where
there was Kopek. That Kopek the board on Monday was.
Well, that was today. So yes, yesterday was Sunday. I was on about Final Demand at Navan. Look, he won like a 2-7 shot should, but the reaction of 6-4.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, these punters who say we make the game pay betting anti-post. Well, I'm sorry. No. You couldn't with that. I thought Louis Lambo was pretty good today at Exeter. And I also thought at Wetherby on Saturday, it's great to see the Smith Yard getting a few winners, apart from the one we put up. Honestly, we put it up at 6. It goes off. What price did that bugger go off? You couldn't make this up. So Sue Smith, very out of every single winner, goes off 13.08 and gets beat into 4th. Yes, so wasn't that a good one? I thought Fresh Perspective ran a pretty good race actually at Wetherby. I mean, Gav Sheehan give the horse a very good ride, and clearly the horse is going to get further, but just might be one to keep on your side. Fresh Perspective from those that's gone a little bit under the radar.
Yep, fair enough. Right, are we stopping at Ascot first for this weekend?
Yes, we'll stop at Ascot if I can find where my bloody drink's gone. This is chaos, isn't it?
Well, now we've got your crotch on screen, right? Okay, good. Well, we're playing the play.
Jesus Christ, it's racing now.
Right, well, Ascot's feature race on Saturday, why he causes chaos in the background, is this 1965 chase. I'm sure SD will find a traditional name for a race like this. There's 11 in there at the moment. Grade 2, 2 miles, 5 furlong. I'm guessing that there's a couple of headline acts in there at the moment, SD. If they run, could be a decent race. We've got Pic Doré, who loves these types of races at Ascot, but above him in the market is Django, who was
Yes.
who won the Arco last year, did he not? Or last season. And then Ile Francois, or Francais, that often threatens to be a good horse, but as more disappointments, as many disappointments as scintillating performances.
Well, I think it is worth reflecting now. We've got a special guest on in a minute, so I'll ask him about this. But why have we got 2 mile 5 races on Saturday, the week after the Mackeson? And why am I saying that? Well, the jukebox man is entered both here and at Haydock, as is Django By. Now, I spoke to Nicky the other week, and he told me Django By would be running here. Hitman's also in the Betfair. So again, you could say less is more. Gidley Park is entered all over the bloody place. So I don't know what's going to run. On the face of it, Pic Doré, you would think would be fairly solid, wouldn't you? You look at his win to run rate round here, and he's won the last 3 times he's been here, and he ran a pretty good race in the Charlie Hall for all. I don't think that was much of a contest. On paper, it's pretty good. Ile Francais. I actually think he's got all the talent in the world, but
trained in the UK now, isn't he?
Well, he's trained by Tom George, who, of course, is Noel George's dad.
Yeah.
Great set of teeth, Tom George.
But trained in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is slightly.
Yeah, it's slightly different. I did toy with a bet but then I sort of jibbed it slightly in the Hurst Park. I thought the interesting one. By the way, have you sent all these links out for people to get in this chat?
Yeah, we'll get it sorted. Yeah.
Yes. I thought the Hurst Park was an interesting contest. I nearly put Kotmask up. I think it might be between last year's 1-2, Kotmask and in fact Kotmask is that's a bit big. Go on, we'll have half a point each way on Kotmask. I thought he just ran with a sighter in mind for this race.
Is this the Ascot hurdle?
It's in the Hurst Park Chase. You are listening, aren't you?
I am, but it's not on ITV though, is it?
The Hurst Park Chases, that's the Berkshire. Now we'll come on to that in a minute. Why? I mean, one of the big betting races of the weekend will probably be the Berkshire National, which will be a pretty good contest. I think people like to see 3 mile 5 races on TV. I don't know why it's not on ITV. It'll be contractual things, but I'm sure people would rather see that than some of the other races.
What, you having half a point each way on?
Yeah, Kotmask. I thought he ran well in this last year, off a mark of 130. He's only off 131. He won his next start. He's shown an affinity to Ascot. They gave the horse a spin round Fontwell, a reasonable form, and I think he should go pretty well here. I wasn't quite realised he was that price, so I think that's more than fair for this.
There you go. Consider it done. Right, okay. So that's not on ITV on Saturday, is it? No, you've already said that.
Well, where have you got the Berkshire Nationals? You're all at sea tonight, sir. Your microphone's out, and it seems to me you don't know what day it is.
No, I've got absolutely no idea. Yeah, I was wrong here. Yeah, it's got this 3 races on ITV on Saturday at Ascot. Anyway, SD, the main meetings at Haydock, as you will tell us, for their best jumps card of the season, with the Betfair Grade 1 taking centre stage. 7 runners in there, SD. Are the Irish bothering? That's my question.
Well, are we going to have guests on while we preview them?
Well, we're just waiting for them. Maybe you could give us a quick steer while we get some guests plural tonight.
Guests plural. I mean, bloody hell, they hammer them all down.
I'm having to send links out. I'm having to update your prices as we on the fly because you put in bets up that I didn't even know about. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. But yes, do you want to? Should we have a quick chat about the Betfair before the big guns come on?
Yeah, I mean, I without trying to give the selections, right? I think it's just. Oh, you want to do a horse by horse guide, didn't you? Well, why don't we do it?
Well, yeah, okay, right, crack on then.
We might as well do it. Number 1 is Grey Dawning, trained by Dan Skelton, was second in this last year. I thought he was at the edge of his stamina limits that day against Royal Pagaille. Subsequently won pretty well at Kelso. Look, he's a favourite, and he should be favourite on official ratings, but he is vulnerable to any improvers. Number 2 is A.T. Couleur.
Oh, am I not doing the even numbers? Am I doing the even numbers?
Well, do you
I'm here
have
as
any
well,
knowledge of A.T. Couleur?
Yeah, absolutely. I host a very
Go
successful
on, you go then.
podcast.
You go.
This Haydock Betfair, as everyone's been talking about this horse since he won that national hunt chase that they changed it to, didn't they? They changed it to a handicap last year, and he won it first time out. Then went over and won the Irish Grand National as well. They're talking about SD thinks he could even be up to the standard of a Gold Cup horse. He's a horse on the up, Haydock Betfair, trained by Rebecca Curtis, of course. Number 3, SD, handstands.
Handstands. Well, I didn't think much of the race at Carlisle. Handstands was second and also entered in the Hennessy. Previous Silly Hours Novice Chase winner. Won the Town when it was a Dross Lass. He's going to have to come on quite a bit for his reappearance, this horse. They think he's good, but I'm not quite sure that has been proven. Seems to go very well in very testing conditions. I'm not that sure it's going to be hot deep on Saturday.
Yep. Hitman ran in the Grand National in April. Has tended to do his better work in handicaps rather than graded races. Potentially a career best last time, but he is 20-1, owned by Sir Alex Ferguson and the like.
Why don't you just take your headphones off? I mean, really, honestly. You think you're Sarah Kennedy. Number 5 is Royal Pagaille. Of course, loves Haydock. Won this last year. Simply was not in the same form since. Ran a series of abject races. Again, in terms of form, he's got a lot to find, and I have to say, the evidence is age is catching up with him, and Venetia hasn't. She won the Charlie Hall with Jello. That's her only winner this year. She usually comes good about this time of year, but he's priced in his Haydock form rather than the proper form book, in my opinion.
Yeah. Stellar Story hasn't run it since April, so it could be his first run of the season in this Grade 1. The only Irish representative will certainly stay, and might be one on the up, despite being 8 years old in comparison to the likes of Royal Pagaille, etc.
And Marsh ran well. She last won at Market Race, and she did beat Apple away fairly well, but after a break of that magnitude of approach in 12 months, she'll do very, very well to win this.
Right, well, there's a runner-by-runner, but who better, really, to include in our chat about the Betfair? We're about to have 4 people on the screen at the time. We've got Simon Tong from Haydock, General Manager at Haydock, returning to the channel. Thanks for joining us, Simon. And also, we've got John Hutchinson, friend of the channel and regular, back by popular demand. Where we're going to start? We'll go to you first, Simon. Plenty to look forward to. 7 entered in the Betfair at the moment.
Yeah, good evening, gents. Great to see you all. Really exciting. As we sit here now, we're all getting really excited for the big day come Saturday.
Good, yeah.
So here's what the people want to know, Simon. Okay, there's 2 things. I'm going to go on to the horsey content first. Okay. Have you any idea what's going to run in the graduation chase? Has Ben Pauling been on the phone when he's not busy at his golf course?
Not to me, sadly. So it was good to see some of the entries for the graduation chase. It's very exciting, but I'm no more aware than that, unfortunately, at this point.
Okay, well done, sir. And how much will it cost people to get in at Haydock on Saturday?
So tickets at the moment are £33. I'd always suggest book early for the best price. From memory, it goes up £1 or £2 at the weekend, but £33. I think in terms of the standard of racing on offer, fantastic value. I think Betfair Chase. I've just heard you talking about it. It's it's a competitive and exciting race this year, and I think from a value for money perspective for punters, it's a great day out.
And there are various discount codes if you do a bit of Googling.
There's as with all these things, there's the odd thing out in the market. So, but yeah, I would recommend book in advance for your best price.
Book in advance. Friend of the channel, how are we, sir?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to the Betfair?
Are you asking me as a spectator or as a bookmaker?
Well, both. You do like the game, John. Come on.
I do, yeah. I think it could be a good spectacle. I'm not sure it's going to be that good a race for a bookmaker, actually.
Oh, are you not?
No.
Oh.
The way I look at it is...
Does that mean you think Grey Dawning will win?
No, I think one of the first two in will win. Grey Dawning or Haiti Colour.
I think you're probably right.
Haiti
Colour, so, Simon...
I probably favour them the other way around. Haiti Colour, I think, is very, very interesting.
Yes. So, Simon, while you've come on, what's going to win the Betfair?
I think that's the $1 million question. Hey, look, Skeltons are flying at the moment. I think Haiti Colour is a really exciting one, but Royal Pagaille going for a third, Betfair Chase, back-to-back, Horto Star, Q-Car, Bristol de Maiden have managed to do that. So that would be a fantastic story. Don't know if Richie's coming over, but that would be certainly a great story for the racecourse.
Okay. Go on. We'll give you a £20 charity bet, and friend of the channel, I'm sure, will give you a price. I'll sort the money out with you. Do you want £20 on Royal Pagaille?
Let's do that then. Yeah, you've persuaded me.
What's the charity?
What price are you, John?
Well, unless it buckets down between now and the weekend, I wouldn't have thought conditions would be totally in Royal Pagaille's favour. So we'll give you the biggest price available in the whole of the world, 9-1. You can have £20.
There you go, with £20 for charity at 9-1. There you go.
It's 6-1 best on Oddschecker. 6-1 best. That's where you
friend
get
of the channel knows.
6-1 bet. Where's the other 2 points gone then? Is that the bookmaker's profit? Dear me.
It's 6-1 best, yeah. Yeah, well, we're providing the value. What is the weather forecast, Simon?
You've got 50% 50% increase on that price then. 9-1. It's for charity, so you've got 9-1, £20. No problem.
What's the weather outlook? What's the weather outlook, Simon?
Yeah, so we're currently good, soft in places. There's a bit of rain knocking around. I'm not sure how much we'll catch at the moment. I think the fact that Hitman's is still in the race is a good sign that that's obviously where that team they think it will come up on the gooder side of things. We're going to have a bit of cold weather over the week, but our kind of day temperatures are okay. And but yeah, I've certainly noticed it today getting a bit chillier than it normally is.
Yeah, definitely. First time I've had to de-ice the car today. That is for sure.
I've had to buy a bloody new battery.
Oh, good. Well, for the amount of miles that you do,
honestly, it's a battery low. I thought, bugger this, I'm not getting stuck when I need to get to bloody Kelso or Ayr or somewhere. We'll just get a new battery fitted. I think it's just worth looking at the supporting card as well, gents. So, let's just ask you, Simon, because we never give anyone on here that easy a time. The Graduation Chase, 2 mile 5. You've got the Mackies in the week before. You've got the Ascot Chase this Saturday. They're all virtually over the same distance, and we've got horses double entered. Now, it's not ideal, is it?
I'm quite lucky in terms of my core focus is on getting people through the door. We have a fantastic team who look after our race programming, headed up by our clerk. I've don't think that I'm speaking out of turn by saying, there are certainly areas in the race program I think all racecourses could look to improve on. But no, in terms of my side of things, it's I'm just hoping it's a fantastic race come Saturday.
Yes, but we've no idea what runs yet. Now, Ben Pauling did seem to suggest he'd run the jukebox man at Ascot. Django by Nicky Henderson said to me, that'll run at Ascot. If I was Ben Pauling, I'd run here. Surely. I mean, the horse is coming off injury. You would, I think, with respect to this race, obviously it's not a graded contest, you would come here, wouldn't you?
I would.
We certainly, we certainly are gearing up as if he is, and it'd be great to welcome the jukebox man if he does.
It will, and is Harry Redknapp coming?
I haven't had Harry directly yet, but it's always good to have Harry on course when he is in town.
Do you know what? I saw him once at Newbury, and I'm surprised how small he was. He's not he's a lot smaller than he looks on the telly,
That's just the content we need here on a Monday night.
Yes. Right. Any opinion on this friend of the channel?
On the other races?
Yeah.
Well, on this, just on the graduation chase.
No, not really. No, I hadn't finished on the Betfair, but.
Oh, do continue, sir.
Go on, then.
Yeah. Well, talking of Ben Pauling, I can offer an industry-wide value price through yourself, 15-2 handstands. Anyone interested? I'm sure that they can tweet you. 15-2 handstands. In my younger days, when I was a bit more athletic and etc., I'd have been doing that on the way out of Haydock if this wins. So, I'm afraid I can't. I don't get it. I've got to say. So
7-1 best in the market. Friend of the channel's offering 15-2. Anyone who wants
15-2 hands. It's not a great offer, but it's an offer.
Okay, no problem.
Right. Let's just go on to the handicaps, because these are interesting races. I mean, I think the Betfair itself is a very interesting race, but the handicappers are interesting. Now, for me, John, you and I were both at Carlisle when Florida Dreams ran. I have to say, I don't think it was given a particularly good ride that day. I think he went far too early, and they just did him on the run-in, didn't they?
They did, yeah. That's true. So he had to be an interesting runner next time out. I just wonder whether this might be too tough a race for him. Not sure. I'll take your guidance on that.
Well, I don't know. I was even looking at Ginger Mail at one point this evening, but I've rode back on that. I mean, I know how you love to lay me Nick Alexander horses, don't you?
Yes, because they're just as likely to pull up. No disrespect to Nick Alexander, but the record of Nick Alexander horses is that they're just as likely to pull up as they are to win. So
right.
So that's there is some reasoning behind it. It's nothing personal.
No, I know you don't get personal. Do you? Go on. What wins, John, at this stage?
Which we're talking about the big race.
115, sir.
No, we're talking different races then. I can honestly say I haven't got a clue what wins the 115. The only race I've looked at apart from the Betfair is the Stayers Hurdle.
Right, well, let's talk about that because SD's having a bet in
well,
that.
Let's see if Simon helps us out on the 115, because I do have 2 bets in the Stayers Hurdle.
I wish I could. I've heard nothing more. I haven't quite digested it. So sorry, I can't help you any further than that, SD.
Right.
Okay.
225 is the Stayers handicap hurdle. This is over 3 miles and half a furlong there. There's 23 in there at the moment. 17 Max Marchantou, who won quite well actually at the October meeting at Cheltenham, is the 5-1 anti-post favourite at the minute. But wide open, there's all sorts of horses collected together at a similar price at the top of the market. SD is double dipping. Of course he is. But first we'll go to friend of the channel because he has had a look at the Stayers handicap hurdle.
I thought with trainer form as it is at the moment, I thought there were probably 4 interesting runners. I note that Shoot First is entered again. So that can't be dismissed. The Irish horse Shoot First. And I thought my three, based solely on trainer form at this stage, because it's very, very hard to have a strong opinion so far in advance of the race, would be Navajo Indy, Hartington and Nabwood. Based solely on...
Name one of them, John.
Form of the trainers. Pardon?
Well, Navajo Indy. I mean, do you seriously think it'll stay 3 miles round Haydock?
I think it has a chance of doing. I can see what you're saying. He doesn't stay the trip, but it wouldn't overly surprise me if he ran into a place at all. He's about I think about a 12-1 shot. To me, that's perfectly good value, bearing in mind the informed nature of the trainer at the moment. I mean, that's I can see your point, but they're the ones that stuck out to me at this stage.
Right, okay. We'll come on to me in a minute. Go on, Simon. What wins this? It's nice and easy for you.
To be fair, I haven't had a bet in a long time, but I always used to keep on side with Charles Burns. So won on the day last year. Shoot First looks like he should be there or thereabouts, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
What was that one he had at Cheltenham on Saturday that ran a stinker? Or was it Friday? Alphonse Legrand. That looked absolutely chucked in, and it was no way near. Was that Charlie Burns?
Not Tony Martin?
That was Tony Martin. I get them mixed up. They're about as clever as each other, let's say.
Yes. We'll be careful. I did back Shoot First with friend of the channel last year. He's lost a bit of hair since then.
Shoot First. A lot of people. There were a lot of punters going around, Irish punters going around backing Shoot First last year in the betting ring, and all it did was drift. For whatever reason, and I think it. I can't remember the exact detail, but certainly I laid it at single figure prices, and it finished about 12-1, 14-1 on the machine. I think maybe even bigger. So, he's been there and done it, so can't be dismissed.
Yes. So I'll tell you what I think wins. Should I? I think Nabwood will win.
You think what will win?
I think Nabwood's the main bet in the race.
Well, I thank goodness for that. It's one of mine.
Yes. I think he won very well at Ayr, and I think he's up to now pretty unexposed, and I think his value against the first couple in the market. I think the other one just worth having a small punt on is Phantomofthepoints for David Pipe, who wouldn't necessarily be a trainer who would roll off my tongue back in Ante Post. But I thought he ran a mighty race in this last year, and I don't think the conditions will be quite as testing. And had they not been that day, he may well have won. I think he's got leading claims here off a £5 higher mark. So they're the two I back this evening.
Phantomofthepoints is 20-1. Nabwood is 14-1. 4 places a quarter for SD. Was you in broad agreement with that then, John?
Well, I'm in very much agreement with Nabwood. Don't particularly. I can see exactly the case to be made for Phantomofthepoints, but I think we're reliant on what the ground's going to be for that particular horse. So, as I said, my 3 against the field. I'm sticking with Hartington, and I've had my wrist slapped over Navajo Indy, but I still think the horse is in form and well handicapped. Remains well handicapped. He may not stay. In fairness, that's a fair point. But as I said, my 3 against the field: Navajo Indy, Hartington, and Nabwood.
Yes, and John, you enjoy going racing at Haydock. How many times do you go a year to Haydock? I think you enjoy going racing, unless correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I enjoy going to Haydock because it's 20 minutes away, but I must go. I go to every jump meeting and most of the flat meetings, so I don't know. I'd say probably about 20 times a year.
Oh, it's great to see you there, John. Everyone knows where the value will be.
Well, yeah. I particularly enjoy visiting that area between the parade ring and the main stands with the. I think the word would be plethora of signs telling you what you can't do. That's a particular highlight, and I'd asked Simon, could anything be done about the signage in that particular area, because it's very off-putting.
Let me.
Do
I'll
not
have
stand here. Do not come in this area unless you've ordered a glass of champagne with your drinks. Do not go down this walkway whilst the runners are going to post, etc., etc. All these signs in a little area, and I just thought it could be made a bit more customer friendly, Simon.
It's some great feedback. I'll have a little look at the signage we've got there, and we'll try and make some improvements.
All you have to do is walk around. Well, do what I do: walk around aimlessly in a circle in that area. and
near the bins.
And it's amazing. No matter which direction, if you stand in that sort of beyond where the coffee stall is, before you get to the stand, it doesn't matter which way you point. There's a sign saying what you can't do.
Leave that one with me.
You know,
I'll tell you what, John. When you die, which might be on Saturday, when Simon strangles you, we'll erect a statue up there, should we?
Yes, it'll be pointing in the direction where there isn't a sign, so it'll have a difficulty.
Yes, it will. And where are you the rest of the week, friend of the channel?
If anybody goes to Haydock, please check that I'm not making this up. Just stand in that area between the parade ring and the stands as he knocks his drink over, and just have a look at the amount of signs that are telling you what you can't do, and the language that's used on the signs. Do not, under any circumstances, do this, that, or the other. I just thought it was a bit, in the modern era, can we not make the signage a bit more friendly to the customer? So anyway, I'll leave that in the capable hands of Simon and everyone else at Haydock.
Well, they were in defence of Simon. They weren't put up when he was there, and you do going racing there.
No, but Simon's there now, so they can be taken down, can't they? There we are.
Yes.
I will make sure it's thoroughly reviewed.
Well, yes. I'm sure that what it needs is starting to sound like the government here. I'm sure what it needs is a thorough review.
Yes. Yeah. Leave it.
Any other business before we wrap up? Any closing
words?
Well,
I was just going to ask where a friend of the channel is before the end of this week.
I'm at Hexham on Wednesday, and whilst I'm on, I've got to say this. I think we've got to give a shout out to Hexham on Derby Day. They put on what they describe as the most important 3-year-old race of the day.
SD agrees with that.
The first juvenile hurdle of the season. And for the first time in living memory, it'll never happen again. It actually was the most important 3-year-old race of the day, because the leading juvenile hurdler in this country at the moment won that race. Am I right, SD?
Yes, you are. You are.
Amazing.
I've seen some terrible horses win that race.
That also explains why is symptomatic of the standard of juvenile hurdlers this season, which is absolutely shocking. We've had one today, one of James Owen's start at 4-1 on, and I'm a great respecter of James Owen, very, very good trainer, places his horses brilliantly. You saw Lavender Hill Mob won the other day, which is a miracle in itself, winning again over hurdles, brilliant piece of placing. Yeah. But today, I'd like to ask, I doubt he watches this, but if he does, why would you run a horse that's a doubtful stayer, good quality flat horse, but a very, very doubtful stayer over hurdles? Why would you run that horse on soft ground at Leicester? Can't understand it, because Leicester's like this in a finish. It's one of the stiffest hurdle finishes in the country, and it seemed a very, very strange piece of placing. So, if anybody from the stable wishes to explain that, then I'm sure a lot of punters will be grateful.
I'm Bill Gradley. Yes, and I'll keep my opinions of Bill Gradley to myself. Right, no. I think that wraps it up.
I'm going to give final word to Simon.
Oh well, thanks for having me on. Obviously, yeah, really looking forward to Saturday. Hopefully, see you all there, and many.
Yes. We'll all be there, actually, all 4 of us.
We will. All 4 of us will be there. It's a great car. I mean, the Betfair, if you think about it, Simon, it's always a good, you've had Q Card, you've had Bristol, you go back to the first ever running, Sir Rembrandt winning it.
Absolutely.
Not Sir Rembrandt, Kingscliff even. Kingscliff when the first ever running. Silly me, they were both trained by Olnut, but and of course Cato.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's I think back to when I got into racing and Corte Star beating Imperial Commander in a finish. I still can't fully understand how he got up on the line, but this is really one of those races that is embedded in jump racing, and I can't wait. It's my first Betfair Chase as general manager of Haydock Park, and I cannot wait for Saturday.
Yes, take those signs down for God's sake, or he'll come after you.
Well,
like a silent assassin.
If anybody who doesn't know me sees this person walking round and round in circles in an apparent daze around that area, then you know it's me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, on that
Simon, stay on. We need you at the end for something when we stop recording. You can stay on as well if you want, Brendan and Shannon.
On that riveting bombshell about signage, we are massively looking forward to the Betfair Chase this weekend. Thanks for everyone for joining us, and we'll be back Thursday as usual. Thank you.